Hello everybody and welcome to Borderlands 3 and the series Smash or Trash, where we take various weapons throughout Borderlands 3 and see whether or not they are Smash or whether or not they are Trash. And in this video we are using the Ogre Vladoff Assault Rifle. This is an explosive assault rifle that, it's pretty cool. It was in Borderlands 1, it was in Borderlands 2. And it's fast. It's fast. It shoots explosive rounds. Obviously, explosive the splash damage. It can come in times 1, times 2. It's pretty good fire rate, high magazine size, decent, and okay. I guess it's an okayish reload speed. Could be faster. Medium handling and low accuracy. This weapon looks okay. I mean, the green, Ogre makes sense. Yeah, we are using a times 2 one. Times 1 will consume 1 ammo, where times 2 consumes 2. Has plus 57% weapon damage, plus 150 splash damage radius, and then the scope, which we're primarily going to be hip firing anyway. So yeah, and we are on Moze today. I know, weird. I'm usually playing Amara. But I figured this weapon would be better on Moze. We're doing a, it's my build. It's called, I call it my Moze Explosion build. It's, so it's pretty much a mix between splash damage and infinite ammo. So we're all the way down in the green tree. We're all the way here in the red tree, and then we're all the way down in the blue tree. Get explosive damage here. And then get pretty much our ammo regeneration here. So our modifiers is loot explosion and post-mortem, so no bonuses weapon damage. We are using the transformer, just gives us some bonus shields when we exit the iron barrier. Roided maddening tracker, pearl ineffable knowledge, which will boost our damage, and then a blast master, which will actually increase our splash damage as well. So yeah, this build is pretty good. Yeah, so there's really no other weapons to compare it to. I guess technically a boomstickle, but I don't actually have a boomstickle on me. So yeah, but I think boomstickle would be the only weapon I could compare this to, because it is also an explosive assault rifle from Vladoff, so there's that. So yeah, it's a high fire rate. Gonna put out a whole bunch of damage. Alright, we're exit fire bear. Also, we do get a whole bunch of fire damage through our trees. So as you can see, it's shredding. I think assault rifles had a buff a while back ago. Quasar. So, yeah. Gotta heal. It's doing good work. As you can see, like these basic mobs is just shredding. And I think there was a badass enemy over there before, and we were just able to shred through it. This is definitely a weapon you want to be like closest with. You don't want to be too far away, because it's very inaccurate. As you see, we don't have to reload. We have all the splash damage. We're just shredding. I think this gun only works on... Oh, man. I think this gun will only work on Moze. I don't really see it working on any other character. Mainly because it's just the fire rate plus explosive damage, which Moze is really the only one that does explosive damage. I mean, I guess splash, not necessarily explosive. I guess a Mark can do with some splash damage, but yeah, it's also like the magazine size and stuff like that. You just plus also, I'm pretty sure this only comes non-elemental too, so. That's weird. This gun was Torg in Borderlands 2. but in this game they made it Vladoff. I think it was Vladoff in BL1. So, I don't know. I never really played BL1, so I don't. Pop in the Iron Bear. Pop out. And just keep firing. Yeah. My main problem I have with Moe's is survivability, where most of her healing comes from just throwing grenades. I mean, it's more than what Flak has, so there's that, but yeah, Flak is definitely my least favorite character. Definitely it goes Amara, Zane, Moe's, Flak. Actually, I have another video in the works that I want to do. I'm actually going to be doing that on Moe's as well, so just use sniper rifles. But yeah, if you guys want to see any like builds, I can show off some like my builds for my Moe's and Amara. But it's not gonna be anything crazy special, you know. There's probably people out there that have a lot better builds than I do. I like to look what people do, but then I usually just do my own kind of like thing, just what I feel like is best. But I like to see like what perks they're using, what perks they're using, and why they're not using certain perks, or why they are, or what they do. And I think like since Amar's action skill got to change. I mean, not her action skill. Her ties that bind, do harm is now a really good perk on her. Man, this is. I mean, if I wasn't playing on Moe's, you'd run through so much ammo. But since I'm on Moe's and I pretty much just have like infinite ammo, I can just shoot away and I don't have to worry. It's doing good damage too. Once you start getting that fire rate up and you're just like chugging away, you can just keep firing and not have to worry. That's one thing I love about Moe's, because I do like explosive weapons. You know, I used to play like in Borderlands 2 I used to play explosive Axton, and I used to do like some explosive weapons on Krieg too. Like Ogre was like one of my favorite weapons in Borderlands 2. The problem was it was extremely hard to get. Oh, it's death. I'm dead. I'm bad. I have to restack my pearl, but not a big deal. This weapon is ridiculously strong. Underrated for sure. I think if you're a Moe's player, this is another weapon for you just to use. If you want just like a weapon, you can just... Because aside from like the Monarch, you really don't have any like assault rifles to use on Moe's. I mean, there's some, but you really don't have a lot. I think this is gonna be like... I think this is one that people like maybe need to start using. If you're doing splash Moe's, I think this is your weapon. You should go. Also, I don't like going the 1 health build Moe's. Like, it's just not my... I'm just not a fan of that. To me, it just doesn't seem fun. People will go that, and they might have more, like, you know, more benefits or blah, blah, blah. And I think you get more, like, splash damage if you go down that build, but... I don't know, I like having the... I can just keep shooting, and I can do a whole bunch of just splash damage. Have I not done the side quest? I haven't done the side quest. I don't play the game very much on my modes. I've played through, I think, a couple DLCs, and I've gone through the story, but I haven't really done many side quests and stuff with her. I am actually, like, I just put this build together. I was running a different build from someone named Jolt's Dude, if you guys know him. He does a lot of cool builds. And there was one where you just use shock damage. And you use Minesweeper and use a Transformer. So you just use shock weapons, Minesweeper, and then so the grenades that you spawn off, I guess technically do shock damage or whatever. So they don't insta-down you. I was trying to do that build, but I couldn't. I was farming for a Minesweeper to get a specific version of the Minesweeper, and I couldn't get it. So I'm like, you know, I'm just gonna... If I want to do that, I'll do that on another character. I'm just gonna do my own build and see how it goes. And I did, and so far, I mean, it gets through Malawan Takedown. I easily went through Malawan Takedown. I think if I wanted an easier time, I probably should have put in like a Sapper Comm. Sapper Comm is the longer you fire without reloading, or not reloading, but stop shooting, you gain healing. You gain life steal. So it's just you get some survivability, which is good. So I guess that's like one of the comms. Like for bossing, I think I'd switch out and put Minesweeper on. For harder content, I'd probably put on Sapper. And there's two like general kind of like stuff like this, I'd put on Blastmaster. The Blastmaster is just so good if you're doing a splash build. Yeah, we get a lot of fire through our build. So like enemies that like armor, health, and then just resist fire, we have a little harder time. But you see, we're doing so much just splash damage and explosive damage that it's just like it doesn't matter. I'm liking this gun. I was a fan of it when I first started playing this game. When I first got the Ogre, I was like, this gun's cool. I like it. And then like now, I think that because it got a buff a bit ago, and I don't remember. I don't remember when. I'm pretty sure it got a buff. I'm pretty sure it got a buff. Either that or just assault rifles in general got a buff. I don't know. But yeah, this gun, you really have a harder time like killing like I don't know like badass enemies or whatever. But like, I mean, yeah, the fact that you can just keep shooting and not have to reload. This gun's pretty good. Don't sleep on this gun. I can already tell the verdict that I'm gonna give this weapon. Now again, I will have, since he's resistant to fire, my build's gonna not be as good, but oh yeah. Look at that. Look at that. Sure, I could have used like other guns, and they probably would have been better, but I thought there was another gun underneath that. I could probably use other guns, they'd probably be better, make that, you know, probably go back quicker. Like, I use the flipper. Flipper probably would have had easy work with that, but the Ogre is different. It's not your meta gun, so, you know, I think if you don't want to use the Monarch, or you can't get the Monarch, or whatever, I think the Ogre is a good option. It gives you splash damage, and I think that's one of the things I think Moe's wants an assault rifle. I mean, there's a few you can use. There's not many. You know, you can use the boomsicle. The boomsicle might be stronger for general mobbing. Maybe. I'd have to get a boomsicle and test it out. I think I want to definitely do a boomsicle video in the future, but I have a gun that I want to use next. But I mean, this gun wrecks. I'm gonna start using it more. I was testing it out after I got it. On some, I was farming some kilovolt, trying to get some monarchs. And this weapon was doing work. So if you're looking for a good assault rifle on Moe's, especially if you're doing splash damage or infinite ammo, you know, Moe's, do this. This weapon's great. It's gonna serve you well. You're not gonna run out of ammo, and you're gonna do a whole bunch of just splash damage. And yeah, it does work. So if you guys liked the video, leave a like, and if you're new and you enjoyed the content, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Deuces.